The arena stretched beneath twin crimson suns, its obsidian floor polished to a mirror sheen by centuries of combat. Thousands of alien spectators filled the tiered seats carved into the canyon walls, their chittering, roaring, and hissing creating a cacophony that echoed across the wasteland planet of KRYNN-7. Liam stood at the center of it all, his human frame dwarfed by the architecture designed for beings twice his size. Sweat dripped down his temple despite the cooling units in his combat suit. He'd been captured 3 weeks ago during a reconnaissance mission gone wrong, dragged across the galaxy to this god's-forsaken world, and now he faced the impossible. Across the arena, Princess Eva of the Valkyrian Empire watched from her elevated throne. Her skin shimmered with bioluminescent patterns, blue and silver markings that denoted her royal lineage, for arms crossed elegantly over her armored chest, and her crystalline eyes fixed on Liam with an expression that might have been curiosity or contempt. He couldn't tell. Beside her stood her betrothed, General Korth, a mountain of muscle and chitin, who served as the Empire's greatest warrior. The creature stood nearly 12 feet tall, with natural armor plating that could deflect plasma rounds and claws that had torn through battle mechs. Human, Ava's voice carried across the arena, amplified by the crystal resonators embedded in the walls. Her galactic common was flawless, though edged with an accent that made each word sound like a challenge. You intrigue me. Your species is weak, your lifespan pathetically short, your technology inferior, yet you resist the Empire's expansion with stubborn determination. She rose from her throne, descending the stairs with predatory grace. The crowd fell silent. I offer you a choice, Eva continued, stopping at the edge of the combat floor. She extended one elegant arm toward Korth, who cracked his neck with a sound like breaking stone. Defeat my champion in single combat, and I will grant you your freedom. More than that, her crystalline eyes locked with Liam's. You win me. I will dissolve my engagement and bind myself to you according to ancient Valkyrian law. The crowd erupted in shocked gasps and angry roars. Korth's mandibles clicked in what Liam had learned to recognize as laughter. And if I lose? Liam asked, though he already knew the answer. Ava's expression didn't change. Then you die, and your species loses whatever small advantage your intelligence might have provided them. Liam looked at Korth, then back at Eva. This was insane. Suicidal. The smart play was to refuse, to preserve his life, in whatever prison cell they'd throw him in, to wait for rescue or escape. But he'd seen what the Valkyrian Empire did to conquered worlds. He'd watched colonies burn from orbit, civilizations erased, and something in Ava's eyes told him this wasn't just about spectacle. She was testing something. Testing him. I accept. Liam said. The arena exploded with noise. Korth stepped onto the combat floor, and the obsidian beneath his feet cracked under his weight. Energy barriers shimmered to life around the perimeter, trapping both fighters inside. No weapons, Eva announced. As tradition demands, only skill, strength, and will. Korth charged immediately, moving with impossible speed for something so massive. Liam dove sideways, rolling across the polished floor as one of Korth's claws smashed into the ground where he'd stood, leaving a crater. The shockwave knocked Liam off his feet. He scrambled up as Korth swung again. Too big to dodge completely, Liam took the hit on his shoulder, letting the momentum spin him away, rather than resisting the force. Pain exploded through his arm, but nothing broke. Not yet. The crowd was chanting Korth's name. The general pressed his advantage, raining blows that Liam barely evaded. Each near miss reminded him that one solid hit would end this. But Liam had spent 3 weeks in captivity, observing, learning. The Valkyrians were stronger, tougher, more resilient than humans, but they relied on that strength. They'd conquered hundreds of species through overwhelming force, never needing to develop true strategy. Humans had learned strategy because they'd had to, because they were weak. Liam stopped retreating. As Korth lunged, Liam stepped into the attack, dropping low and driving his fist into the exposed joint where the general's leg armor met his hip. It was a weak point he'd noticed during training demonstrations, a gap, necessary for movement. Korth roared in surprise rather than pain, but it created an opening. Liam struck again, same spot, then rolled away before the general's claws could retaliate. Clever pest, Korth bellowed, but cleverness won't save you. The general changed tactics, moving more carefully now. But Liam had learned something crucial. Korth could be hurt. The armor wasn't perfect, and pain, even slight pain, could be distracting. They circled each other. Liam's breathing came in ragged gasps, while Korth barely seemed winded. But the general favored his left leg now, almost imperceptibly. Liam feinted right, then dove left, as Korth struck. He came up behind the general and leaped onto his back, wrapping an arm around the thick neck. Korth thrashed, trying to throw him off, but Liam held tight, using his other hand to strike at the sensory organs clustered near the base of the general's skull. The crowd's chanting faltered. This wasn't how these fights went. The prey didn't attack the predator. Korth slammed himself backward into the arena floor. Liam beneath him. Ribs cracked. Liam's vision went white with agony, but he didn't let go. Couldn't let go. His fingers found what felt like a nerve cluster and dug in. Korth's roar became a shriek. The general rolled, crushing Liam further, but Liam held on with everything he had, pressing harder on that nerve cluster, feeling it give way beneath his grip. Suddenly, Korth's movements became sluggish. The general's legs buckled. Liam rolled free, gasping, each breath a knife in his side. Korth tried to rise but collapsed. The proud warrior's eyes showed confusion, then fear as his own body refused to obey. "Impossible," Korth whispered. Liam staggered to his feet, vision swimming. "That's what makes us dangerous," he said quietly. "We do the impossible." The arena fell completely silent. Eva descended to the combat floor, her expression unreadable. She looked at Korth, still paralyzed on the ground, then at Liam, barely standing. "The human wins," she announced. That the crowd erupted in chaos and cheering, many protesting, but Ava's voice cut through it all. "By ancient law, I am bound to him. Liam of Earth, you have proven that humanity deserves our attention." She stepped closer, studying him with new eyes. "Perhaps our empire has underestimated your species. That is a mistake we will not make again." Liam met her crystalline gaze, seeing calculation there, and something else. Respect, maybe, or the beginning of it. "I don't want to own you," Liam said through broken ribs, "but maybe we can talk, really talk, about peace." Ava's bioluminescent patterns flickered surprise. He'd learned. "You continue to surprise me, human. Very well. We will talk." As medical drones descended to tend to both fighters, Liam allowed himself a small smile. He'd won more than his freedom today. He'd won a chance. And for humanity, that was all they'd ever needed.